Hello, my name is Athara Bhutnes, and today I'll be presenting on the topic range extender electric vehicle, which are commonly known as series hybrid electric vehicle. Uh, and in this presentation, I'll explain about how it actually works and what all components are there in this type of electric vehicle. So now, what is range extender drivetrain? So as you all can see in the block diagram, there are six prime components, namely battery, inverter, motor, engine, generator, and some control systems are there. The gasoline engine is fueled by some fuels like petrol, diesel, CNG, or any other gasoline type of fuels. The mechanical power from the gasoline engine is transferred to the generator. Then the generator converts that mechanical power into electrical power, like the pulsating AC current. So the pulsating AC current on the generator is transferred to the inverter. So now, what is the work of inverter here? Just the inverter can change the speed at which the motor rotates by adjusting the frequency of the alternating current which is delivered from the generator. And finally, the inverter transfers the electric current to the motor, and again the motor converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy, and the wheels are set in the motion. So now, why it is so unique, like this type of electric vehicle system. So now, in a normal electric vehicle, we only have the battery. So when the battery gets drained up, then we don't have any source to drive the vehicle. So now you can understand the meaning of a range extender. So with the help of the gasoline engine, we can extend the range of this electric vehicle. This vehicle doesn't need any external charging port to charge the battery. This only The battery can be charged up with the help of gasoline engine, or nowadays there are vehicles with regenerative braking. What is regenerative braking? So now, if we apply brakes, so the mechanical energy from the output of the motor is converted into the electrical energy again due to the magnetic effect of electric current, and again it is the motor is now acting as a generator, and that electrical energy is again transferred to the inverter to the battery. So this is how the battery can be charged up again with the help of regenerative braking. This type of electric vehicle has that advantage. As each coin has two sides, this type of vehicle also has some advantages and disadvantages. So advantages are as follows, like the need for a complicated multi-speed transmission clutch is eliminated in series hybrids, since only the electric motor directly drives the transmission, which may have one gear. And the gasoline engines in series hybrids tend to be smaller and more efficient, since they do not directly power the vehicle and are not subjected to the highly variable power demands of stop and go driving. So that is a better advantage while driving the series hybrid electric vehicle. And the disadvantages like the relatively low transmission efficiency this type of vehicle has. The first conversion from the mechanical to the electrical energy takes place at generator, and again that electrical energy is converted again to the mechanical at the motor. So there are two types of conversion. So it ends up having low efficiency. Because of all these reasons, the series hybrid is mainly used in commercial vehicles like buses and military trucks, etc. Now I'll explain briefly about the history of this series hybrid electric vehicle. So Chevrolet was the first company to design and manufacture the Chevrolet Volt, which was the compact range extender car. From then, there are many compact range extender cars like BMW i3, Fisker, Karma, uh, and not only the compact cars but also the some large SUVs, so the heavy vehicles like new Routemaster, and also some aerial vehicles, which are also called as drone. For example, the 2010 Wolverine 3. So now I would like to tell some more information about the new Routemaster vehicle. Uh, so this is the new Routemaster vehicle that was originally referred to as the new bus for London, and colloquially as the Boris Master because of Boris Johnson. So that is a low-floor diesel double-decker bus operated in London, that is in England. So why is it so special? So it has many sites, it has some political sites, but apart from that, it's unique design and some specifications. Like we'll start off with how it was introduced. So the old Routemaster bus, which was also known as the bus of London, it was withdrawn from service at the end of 2005, one of which operated until 2019. But the withdrawal of the Routemaster, the AEC Routemaster, became an issue. So in 2008, the London mayor election with Boris Johnson elected mayor with the campaign pledged to introduce a new Routemaster, which we can see in the last picture. So the right bus was awarded the contract to build this bus at the end of 2009, and the final design was announced in the May 2010. So this complete new Routemaster was designed by the Hethawick studio and manufactured by Wright Bus. So now coming to its design side, we have the final design has doors at the front, center and rear, total 8 doors. The front and rear doors led to the staircase to the upper deck, and the rear entrance initially had a platform and pole similar to the original Routemaster, with a door which was kept open. Now we can all see in the second last picture, it has a curved rear inspired by AEC Routemaster. That's the old Routemaster bus. Now coming to its specifications, which are very unique, like the bus is hybrid diesel electric driven by a battery powered electric vehicle. So it is basically a range extender electric vehicle, as we had seen earlier, that as we had seen earlier how to increase. So now coming to the specification, the bus is hybrid diesel electric vehicle which is driven by a battery powered electric motor. So this is a type of range extender electric vehicle, and this is charged by a diesel fuel generator and recovering energy during braking by regenerative braking. So as I said, nowadays there are many vehicles which use this regenerative braking to charge the battery backups. Now coming to the engine part, this bus has engine of Cummins ISB, which is a 4-cylinder 4.5 liter, having power of 185 HP. Talking about the capacity, so approximately it has 90 people capacity. Then regarding the transmission, then it has 18 kilowatt hour microbus lithium titanate battery, and also the Siemens ELF2 electric traction motor. About the layout, it has rear mid engine and the rear wheel drive. It has 3 doors and floor top is low floor. The length is 11.23 meter, width is 2.52 meter, and height is 4.39 meter, and the approx curve weight is 12.65 tons. Now as you can see in the production period is from 2011 to 17, and only 1000 units were produced. So So, what were the basic challenges? So, one of the challenges is this: like on 27 December 2019, a new route master caught fire in Kennington while working Route 59 to Oyston. So, this was one of the main challenges, and also there was so there were many investigations held at that time, but no results were came out. So this was the main challenge because of which the production has stopped. So this is all from my side. Thank you so much.